Hi everyone, welcome back for another tutorial. As promised, here is a video with a couple of design ideas using the ruffle I showed you in last week's video. If you haven't watched it already, I will leave a link for it in the description down below. Please don't forget to subscribe, and if you'd like to support my channel, you can join me on Patreon. I will leave a link for it in the description down below as well. All you have to do is place the piece on the linker, right side facing you, and then add the ruffle, also right side facing you, point to point. For this sample you can see, I did a ruffle, then I went in a 2x2 rib and then knitted a few rows of waste yarn. As you can see, I could have knitted a few more rows of waste yarn, but I made it work. All you have to do is just link them and then remove the waste yarn. This is a top I made, and I used both techniques. I think it's super cute. I'm just wearing it like this so you can see it, but I would definitely layer it onto a turtleneck. For the second idea, we are basically planning how the ruffle is going to go onto the front of a jumper or onto a sleeve, for example. This is the frill or ruffle I will be attaching, so I just finished the ruffle part and then I knitted 4 rows on main bed only, and then I knitted a few rows of waste yarn. Place the sample onto the linker like so, making sure you only catch that one stitch. Make sure you don't pull it too much so it's nice and straight. To make the sample on which I am demonstrating, I just knitted a 1x1 rib, then I transferred all needles onto my river bed, and then I formed 2 stitches on my main bed. I just picked up the purl bar of a stitch from my river bed and I formed 2 stitches. Then I traveled these 2 stitches to the left and to the right every 2 rows. I will then attach the frill onto this one stitch. This way we make sure it will be perfectly straight. The only thing left to do is to add the ruffle, right side facing you, point to point, and then link away. So this is how my sample looks once I've taken it off the linker. You can see that the ruffle goes a bit backwards, but if you give it a little steam, it will fix that problem. I will continue with the other side, just like I did before. And this is the final result. I think this design has a lot of potential. I can see this used on the front of a jumper or on a sleeve. I am planning to create a top like this, but I would like to try to have more than one frill, so then you just have to add more stitches in order to do that. I think it could look really cool. It is up to you if you decide to connect the ruffle at the bottom or not. I think it looks nice either way. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you got inspired to add a frill or a ruffle onto your next project. Please don't forget to subscribe and I will see you next time. Bye!